Hi everybody, it's Kim Bolter. I wanted to tell you about the new International Building Code regarding adult changing stations. We are petitioning our state of Ohio to include these in our Ohio Building Code. We are asking the state of Ohio to adopt these codes to require them in assembly occupancies containing 6 or more water closets. What that means is, here's some examples: airports, community centers, large places of worship, zoos, parks, water parks, just large gathering spaces. Next, large mercantile occupancies, that means stores containing 6 or more water closets. So if you think about a large store, if you add up all the commodes and urinals in the whole store, if you have at least 6, then this will, a new store like that would be required to install at least one adult changing station in a family restroom. So for example, a large mall, big box stores, large grocery stores. Next, we would have a college or university building that has an aggregate of 12 or more male and female water closets that are required to serve the classrooms and lecture halls. So if you have a really large classroom building that has a lot of different classrooms inside, if you have at least 12 or more water closets between the male, female, and gender neutral restrooms, then you'll be required to have at least one adult changing station in a family restroom. Here's some examples of some large classroom buildings on the Ohio State University campus. Next, we in an elementary or high school educational occupancy with an assembly use, where an aggregate of 6 or more male and female water closets is required for that assembly use. So what that means is, for example, in a school where the gym is used as a community assembly space outside of school hours for a tournament, or let's say the auditorium is used as a community assembly space outside of normal educational purposes, then they would need to have a family restroom with an adult changing station for the public when the public comes to use that facility. And last but not least, in highway rest stops and service plazas. Here's an Ohio rest stop, and here is an example of what we are shooting for, which is a great example from a rest stop in Iowa that is a single user restroom, gender neutral, that has an adult changing table. And that gender neutral is really important because you may have a caregiver taking care of someone who is the opposite sex of them, and they need to both be able to go into the restroom to help that person care for their loved one.